We got coffee. We got
This is how badass wholesalers are. Look how hard they're gonna work for $100. Just every deal counts, okay? Everybody cheer them on, because they're brave, man. Let's go! Let's go!
Jason, what are you gonna do with his feet in your face there?
Hey, let's get Jason.
Come on!
53! Hey, everybody say, let's go, Jason! 54!
Come on, Jay!
Oh, we're down to our last four, man. Last four, let's go!
Come on, Jay!
56! 57! 58! Oh! 59! 60!
There we go, Jay!
61! Good job, Jason. 62!
Come on, baby.
63. This guy's on. This guy. Here we got David Goggins. We got David Goggins in the house. 64. 65. 66. I'm believing in Dakota. Damn believe. 67. Last day. Who you guys got? You guys got left or right? Right, Dakota.
Baby, let's go.
68. 69. 70.
All the way down.
72. 73. 74. 75. 76.
You got it?
Hey, winner's Jay. He killed it. He didn't quit. Let's go, Dakota, Jason.
Tell them where you are. Tell your neighbor. Look at my face. Everybody look at my face. See, now you guys are warming up.
Second place push-ups.
All right, guys, listen.
Not good enough.
When you're amongst the team, if the whole team is running hot,
If you ain't first, you're last, baby.
If you ain't first, you're last.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Environment,
Sorry, buddy.
is on fire. Or do you do better? Do you do better when you're sitting next to a guy who really doesn't care?
Dang, I'm just so mad.
I thought you had it.
So, Evan, what you got?
My legs
Give it
are
up for me.
shaking.
This is
I'm like, why are my
Tuesday.
legs shaking, bro? Like, it was just that workout yesterday, bro. I'm telling you. That workout yesterday, freaking.
I think the biggest thing that you can focus on.
I did everything I could.
Write down a couple of things that you want to learn.
100%.
You know, we're talking for our holes, and we're going to celebrate our weaknesses today. We're going to find some things that we're not good at, and what are we going to do? We're going to be the best students in the room. Eric Cline sat actually right in this freaking seat right here, and he came down to an event, and it changed everything in his life. Why? Because he was looking to change. Okay, if you're looking for problems, what will you find? Problems. If you're looking for change, you will find change. God, you have changed everything for all of us. We know that our power is not just in the building. It's not just in the people. The power is the intention of you. The power is getting close to you. The power is never losing the way through holding our North Star, which is you, close to our hearts. So God, as we come together today, I pray that you surround this building with the courage to change. with the passion to change. God, we know that there's a lot of cowards out there that don't want to change, that don't want to lead their families. We don't want to be them, God. We know that the enemy does not want us fully activated under you. And we know that we can become fully activated today if we decide, if we bring the energy, the passion, the love, and the care. God, I know that some people in this room need to raise their standards. And they need to raise their standards with you. They need to raise them right now. I'm calling on you to put that into their heart. And God, let's make today a special day. Let's never forget that you hold all of the power, and we're so grateful for everything that you've done for us and our families and our lives. We have beaten everything, and we're unkillable. We have faced every challenge through you, and we want to tell you, we love you, thank you, amen. Amen. All right, guys, I don't know about you, but when I pray a little crazy, you know what I mean? I'm not like, God, let me help somebody. I'm like, God, I pray to be a blessing today. I pray to do something big today. Maybe your problem is just you're looking at me thinking I'm crazy. I think you're crazy. Listen, man, I got this little baby right here that I just posted on Instagram 2 seconds ago. You see this little guy? Listen, man, if you don't have kids, you're going to have kids one day. And you're going to have to bring a passion and an example to the world. When I was by myself, I was thinking about this little guy. I was thinking about my wife. I was thinking about, in these rooms, how I could take one relationship away that would change everything. And I watch people that walk around with a broke-ass arrogance on their face. Like, ooh, life's so hard. Life ain't hard, man. This is America, am I right? Yeah. Can we get everything in this world? Yeah. And we got Donald Trump back as the president. Yeah. Come on. There's some of y'all are like, I'm writing a review on him. You know, he's praying, he's talking about Trump, he's got all this shit. Who is this guy? All right. I set the tone! I set the tone! I set the pace! I set the standard! Let's go! Eric's better looking because he's getting more money.
You've already felt it. You've made the decision to be here. What we have to do now is make the decision to stay. 2009, this is why every single person in this room is qualified to have the best life that you can possibly dream of. Dream of it, you can have it. Somewhere along the lines, we all stopped dreaming. And I was that person for many, many years. Why are you qualified? Because you're here. In 2009, I almost died at the crack pipe. Doing dope. In a room by myself. 8 days straight. Smoking crack. Wanting to take my own life. Any of you in here that think you're the victim, your mess is your message. Take that pain and run with it. That life that you don't want, that you're running from, use the pain. Every single day I wake up. Every day. I don't forget August 9th of 2009. I can't unsee it. The guy that was in the room, 135 pounds, hopeless, helpless, wanting to just die. I can't unsee it. But every day that I get up, all I want to do is get a little bit further away from that guy. They will not get it. They are not in the room. They do not hear the testimonies of people that have already done it. And your delivery is going to be everything. I can't go to Dakota and be like, hey Dakota, how long you been married? What's your wife think about it? You got kids? You got this? You'd be like, motherfucker, are you interrogating me? Of course he's gonna be like, no, dude, like what does this have to do with the house? How many kids I got? Bro, why don't you worry about the house? But if I go into fact finding, he's like, hey man, let's just talk about the house. Completely understand. My apologies, didn't mean to overstep the boundaries. Let's jump into the house. I'm gonna go into the outside, and then hey, let's talk about the outside. Walk me around the house real quick.
Okay, mother, father, when you have kids,
man, I mean, you know, like when I was younger, it wasn't like, I'm just giving an example, I wouldn't be like, man, I want to be the best dad ever when I get older. It's like no one really talks like that, right? Until you're around me. And you start to understand that a man can't become a man until he has a kid. And I know that, you know, young guys are like, what do you mean? Trust me. When you have a child, you change. You reproduce. Your blood is now made into another human. Something snaps. Now, do I want you guys to have kids? No. Not until you find the woman of your life to have kids with. But when you do, I promise you, a new man will be born. Just like women. You know, women, my wife was a badass, independent woman. She was incredible. But I had never seen her become a mother. I didn't even know that existed. I thought, oh, wow, she's going to be a savage woman that has my child. Whoa, her heart was amazing. The way that her intuition, she knew everything. I was like, wow, being a mom is incredible. And by the way, those same mother intuitions flow into our business. It's incredible. So I'm all about power couples. Who in here is in a relationship with somebody? Raise your hand. Bring them with you. Why? Because if your partner's not developing and you're developing, it'll eventually, at some point, you won't be on the same page, and she won't understand what you're saying. You're like, babe, but they taught me all this stuff. And she's like, what do you mean? And you're like, you should be. Oh, I'm trying to explain it, but you know, you weren't there. It's like, I know, that's why she has to be here. I always thought I was good at sales. Number two, I was always proud of my work ethic. I was always a hard worker. But probably the last thing is I always had a chip on my shoulder. I always wanted to tear someone's face off. I always wanted this. I'm going to be honest with you, when I was young, I was 18 years old, I was on a car lot. After I made my first commission, I realized what it felt like to be a lion. And I wanted to hunt. I wasn't a very skilled hunter yet, but I was out for blood. That was for sure. And I mean, I wanted to hunt. Some of you are fishermen. You sit on your ass and wait for something to bite and you think somebody's going to bring you success. It's never going to happen. Working 18 hours a day, that's not hard. I can do that. Changing my life? That's pretty hard. You know why it's hard? And I was explaining to some people upstairs a minute ago, because the hardest thing you'll ever do is to actually get to know you. You'll understand your job. You'll get how things work. You'll understand the economy, but you'll never learn you. And matter of fact, I tell a lot of you that and you won't even care. And by the way, there's a secret that no one talks about. If you want more love, right, what do you must do? Believe there's more love, and you must give more. If you want money, what must you do? Give money. But see, I didn't want to give money. I wanted to keep money. That's not the way it works. You can't keep all the love for yourself. You got to give it away, and then people give you more back. It's the hardest thing to understand abundance. Tonight, if you strip down butt naked, and because we got to get real, can't have a blanket on, you got to get down butt naked in the mirror and go, 1 to 10, for real, how well am I taking care of myself? You guys see that number? Can I ask you a question? If that number was a 10 and you were taking good care of yourself, would we be making more money, yes or no?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Problems. You think success makes me look up to you as a better man and a greater man. And actually it doesn't. It does the opposite. I know that we need to provide for our family. That is common sense. But I married you because you promised me the ride of a lifetime. Why would one person give themselves to someone else for the rest of their life? Is that crazy? Do you guys know there's 8 billion people in this world, right? 8 billion? And when someone gives themselves, they are counting out the other 8 billion people. Because they are believing that their best life rides and lies with you. Isn't that amazing? That is not talked about ever. No one values the family. You want to know how to get rich? Have the best home life ever. I'm not even joking. By the way, you think that if you value your family, they'll support you on a big-ass mission? Yeah. Try not supporting them, they won't value you on the mission. They'll fight the hell out of you. Trust me, I had her fight the hell out of me. You know why she fought the hell out of me? No, because I was an idiot. I thought the more money I brought home, the more love she would give me. It was quite opposite. So it was confusing to me. She's got a purse full of cash, making more money than we're making more money than ever. House is paid off, cars are paid off. I'm buying her everything I can try to buy her. And yet she's still not looking at me like we're on fire. And by the way, this could be you as a leader in your team. Maybe the company's making more money, but your team doesn't look at you like you're the leader anymore. Picture, they don't build it. The same thing goes in a marriage, right? Babe, I'm out here working 18 hours a day. She isn't a part of the moon picture. What does that mean for us? What does that look like? And by the way, you're working hard, men in here. Women, are you guys going to work your ass off, yes or no? Yes. Okay, you're going to go home at the end of the day after a long day and bring home a leftover and shit to your family? I see it every day. You know what that says? A very clear statement. My family is not number one. Stop saying the reason why you go to work is for your family. Stop saying it. You're a liar. You're an absolute liar. And you say, hey, I'm not a liar. Yes, you are. You're a liar. Because you give more energy to the people, if you were to get sick right now, that wouldn't be there, than you give to the people who would be there if you got sick. So who's number one? Family. It's not your family. It's not God. Because you don't even pray all day long. It's your work. Most of you, the reason why you're not getting ahead is because you're one-dimensional. You're just like me. And guess what? If you don't get this part right now, you're going to crash. Come here. Get this guy a mic. Come on. Okay. All right. So tell them what you were just saying so that way everybody can hear it.
So my wife tells me this all the time, that I am all about my work and exactly what you just explained. And I deny it every single time. And I try my best to accommodate her wishes, but I'm just not successful. And I try and I try and try and I'm not successful. So it's easy to say what you just said, but how do you actually combat that? Because you still have responsibilities of employees. People count on you because they feed their family, and then you have your kids, and then your wife. I mean, how is that possible? I just don't know how it's possible.
I needed a man that I could look up to and be proud of. That my son can look up to and be like, hey, he's my hero, and not just bring home that tired man from giving it all to work. So I told him, hey, listen, you're being one-dimensional. I said, why can't you be that man? I want you to go to work and be at work. It does me no good for you to think about me when you're at work. When you're at work, I want you to change those people's lives. I want you to bust your ass, because when you say goodbye to me and go home, I trust that you're going to be at work. You're not at a country club. You go give it your all. And I don't want you to think about me. But when you step foot in our house and you see our kids, I want you to focus on us and show us why that's all worth it. And we will dream together, and I will support you, and I will be your biggest cheerleader in everything we need to achieve, as long as I'm included in that vision with you. I will fight with you. I will go and I will sleep on the floor. I'll do whatever it is for you, as long as I'm included in that vision of what success looks like for you, me, the kids, and all of us. So you can have it all. You can have a successful business. You can be good, because right now, what happens is when your wife tells you all this stuff at home, you get to work and you're walking around with the puppy face, and you're not giving it your all because you're thinking about you doing stuff wrong. So you carry that guilt into work, and you can't perform. You can't be that leader to your team even, or be that example of, hey, I'm a marriage millionaire. I'm not just a business owner, but I know what I'm talking about, and I'm proud because I have a family that I support, but I want this for you. And then you get that buy-in, and you talk to your employees about their families and say, hey, you know what? Well, you can have the same. And then their wives are going to support them, and then all of a sudden you have this big culture that you're building. But it takes more work, yes, because you're getting very personal with your team, but that's how we created our stuff. He had to quit being one-dimensional. And I cheered him on, and I started asking him about, like, hey, what's your goal this time? Are you hitting it? Like, maybe your wife's not really asking you these questions, but because you've never included her in those things. Sometimes as men, men don't talk to their wives because they don't think they understand business. You know, women have an incredible instinct sometimes. She'll tell you, hey, this person's a bad person all the time. I knew this person was going to betray you. I knew their intentions weren't good, right? But if you were to include him and talk to him about that and not bring home leftovers and show excitement, she wants you to be a badass at work. That's why she married you, because she looked up to you. But what happened is that you only were taking care of that part of the equation and you weren't as excited to be with her like you were on day one.
Like, when you can change your life and get unstuck, a lot of you are stuck in issues. When you get unstuck, you're now immensely qualified to help other people get unstuck. Like, it is like the whole point of guests, like why these events exist, is it's not to make money. Money is a byproduct of the results that you can give other people. You don't trade your time for money. You trade your time for results. Results give you money. Do you get it?
I would love that.
Yes, sir.
What'd you think of that, boy?
Thought it was a great experience, buddy.
Did you like that?
Yeah, what do you think? What's your top takeaway, Dakota Bailey?
Oh, shoot, dude. Put me on the spot. Top takeaway, man, there's always another level. That's what I'm always learning. And something that they talked a lot about is if you're not winning in your personal life, it's a lot harder to win in business. And I think that's the truest thing ever. Because if you ever have something going on in your personal life, you realize that, dude, none of the rest of it matters. If you start having health issues, you're not gonna be worried about how the business is doing. If you're having issues in your relationship, it doesn't feel like it matters that much. If your family member calls you and they're not in a great like health condition, the rest of it just doesn't feel like it matters much. So yeah, just taking care of your family and taking care of everything that you can take care of. That was my biggest takeaway.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Boom.